hi there. Welcome to another episode of the Okanagan Gardener and Forager channel. Is your garden being invaded by this little hot weather loving plant? Well, mine is, but I've got good news for you. It's edible, and there's a good chance it's got more nutrients in it than most of the things that are growing in your garden. It's called Purslane. Purslane, scientific name, Portulaca oleracea. It's a hot weather succulent that grows typically along the ground, or sometimes starts to grow up more vertically like it is over here. And it is a succulent, so it has these leaves that absorb the leaves and the stems can absorb lots of water, and so the way it's flexible and can take the water up is what makes it very drought tolerant. And that flexibility about it also means that it's edible for a pretty long growing season. Purslane has these tiny little seeds. You can see right there. They're windswept, and so they can get everywhere. So you'll see purslane all over the place, like in between the cracks in pavement and things like that. And the seeds are edible, but they're kind of small, so maybe a little hard to work with, but just eat them as they are. Purslane also has these little yellow flowers that open up in the sun. They're kind of opening up. And it kind of looks like a bunch of pipes branching all over on the ground. The purslane leaves, they're pretty distinctive, but they usually have a rounded or a flattened tip. And you can kind of see a mid vein, but it's not very pronounced. So purslane is regarded by us as a weed, but it's actually used as a food regularly in some cultures like Mediterranean or Mexican or Indian cultures. They eat it regularly. You can eat it raw, or you can cook it. Apparently it has a bit of a mucilaginous property, so it's like kind of slimy, so some people don't like it. I just eat it raw, like when gardening or whatever. Or what I like to do now too, since I've got so much, I just cut some and put it right on a sandwich and eat it like that. You can cook it, put it in tacos or all sorts of things like that. Or because it's kind of a crispy texture, it's good to pickle. And what else I did is I just finished banana peppers, so I've just put it in the banana pepper jar in the pickle juice and left it in the fridge, and it works great. So what's so great about it? It's loaded with things like vitamin E, omega-3s, vitamin C, iron, and potassium, and antioxidants like glutathione. Apparently, vitamin E and omega-3s, it's got more in it than any other plant that's ever been tested. So, it's like a powerhouse. It's not just another whatever weed. It's just, I don't know, super nutritious. And they grow all over North America. It's native to North America, and you can find it like in your garden, roadsides, disturbed areas, growing up between the pavement. With those tiny seeds, it gets everywhere. So, I've kind of let it get out of control in my yard now. So I'm going to have to eat a bunch. But, I don't know. I don't mind this problem so much. Now, they're green, of course. They can sometimes have a reddish tint to the leaves. And what they taste like is, I don't know, I tell my kids maybe it's a little bit like a spicy cucumber, but it's not spicy. It's kind of lemony, and if you pick it maybe when it's really hot out, then it can have different flavors throughout the day, so sometimes it could taste even more lemony. There's a process that the plant does with its whatever photosynthesis that can make it taste differently. But generally it's got kind of a lemony sort of crispy, I think a little bit like cucumber flavor. Yeah. So just a little video about purslane. I think it's fairly easy to figure out which one it is, so just thought I'd tell you a little bit about it. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment and consider subscribing. And thanks for watching, and go eat your weeds!